Nvidia is an American multinational technology company. The company was founded on April 5th, 1993 by Jensen Huang, Priem and Chris Malachowsky, and to this very day, the company is still alive and healthy. So, how did it become so popular? Let's find out. Nvidia was founded on April 5th, 1993 by Jensen Huang, CEO as of 2022, a Taiwanese-American, previously Director of Coreware at LSI Logic and a microprocessor at Advanced Micro Devices, AMD, Chris Malachowsky, an electrical engineer who worked at Sun Microsystems, and Curtis Priem, previously a senior staff engineer and graphics chip designer at Sun Microsystems. In 1993, the three co-founders believed that the proper direction of the next wave of computing was accelerated or graphics-based computing because it could solve problems that general-purpose computing could not. They also observed that the video games were simultaneously one of the most computationally challenging problems and would have incredibly high sales volume. Video games became the company's flywheel to reach large markets and funding huge R&D to solve massive computational problems. With only $40,000 in the bank, the company was born. The company subsequently received $20 million of venture capital funding from Sequoia Capital and others. Nvidia initially had no name, and the co-founders named all their files NV, as in next version. The need to incorporate the company prompted the co-founders to review all words with those two letters, leading them to Nvidia, the Latin word for envy. Nvidia went public on January 22nd, 1999. Releases and acquisitions. The release of the Riva TNT in 1998 solidified Nvidia's reputation for developing capable graphics adapters. In late 1999, Nvidia released the GeForce 256 NV10, most notably introducing onboard transformation and lighting TNL to consumer-level 3D hardware. Running at 120 MHz and featuring 4-pixel pipelines, it implemented advanced video acceleration, motion compensation, and hardware sub-picture alpha blending. The GeForce outperformed existing products by a wide margin. Due to the success of its products, Nvidia won the contract to develop the graphics hardware for Microsoft's Xbox game console, which earned Nvidia a $200 million advance. However, the project took many of its best engineers away from other projects. In the short term, this did not matter, and the GeForce 2 GTS shipped in the summer of 2000. In December 2000, Nvidia reached an agreement to acquire the intellectual assets of its one-time rival 3dFX, a pioneer in consumer 3D graphics technology leading the field from mid-1990s until 2000. The acquisition process was finalized in April 2002. In July 2002, Nvidia acquired Xluna for an undisclosed sum. Xluna made software rendering tools, and the personnel were merged into the CG project. In August 2003, Nvidia acquired MediaQ for approximately $70 million. On April 22, 2004, Nvidia acquired iReady, also a provider of high-performance TCP/IP and ISCSI offload solutions. In December 2004, it was announced that Nvidia would assist Sony with design of the graphics processor RTX in the PlayStation 3 game console. On December 14, 2005, Nvidia acquired ULI Electronics, which at the time supplied third-party Southbridge parts for chipsets to ATI, Nvidia's competitor. In March 2006, Nvidia acquired Hybrid Graphics. In December 2006, Nvidia, along with its main rival in the graphics industry, AMD, which had acquired ATI, received subpoenas from the U.S. Department of Justice regarding possible antitrust violations in graphics and card industry. Forbes named Nvidia its Company of the Year for 2007, citing the accomplishments it made during the said period as well as during the previous 5 years. On January 5, 2007, Nvidia announced that it had completed the acquisition of Portal Player Incorporated. In February 2008, Nvidia acquired IEA, developer of the physics engine and physics processing unit. Nvidia announced that it planned to integrate the physics technology into its future GPU products. In July 2008, Nvidia took a write-down of approximately $200 million on its first quarter revenue after reporting that certain mobile chipsets and GPUs produced by the company had abnormal failure rates due to the manufacturing defects. Nvidia, however, did not reveal the affected products. In September 2008, Nvidia became the subject of a class action lawsuit over the defects, claiming that the faulty GPUs had been incorporated into certain laptop models manufactured by Apple Incorporated and Dell and HP. In September 2010, Nvidia reached a settlement in which it would reimburse owners of the affected laptops for repairs or, in some cases, replacement. On January 10, 2011, Nvidia signed a 6-year, $1.5 billion cross-licensing agreement with Intel, ending all litigation between the two companies. In November 2011, after initially unveiling it at Mobile World Congress, Nvidia released its Tegra 3 ARM system on a chip for mobile devices. Nvidia claimed that the chip featured the first ever quad-core mobile CPU. In May 2011, it was announced that Nvidia had agreed to acquire Icera, a baseband chip-making company in the UK, for $367 million. In January 2013, Nvidia unveiled the Tegra 4, as well as the Nvidia Shield, an Android-based handheld game console powered by the new system on chip. On July 29, 2013, Nvidia announced that they acquired PGI from ST Microelectronics. Since 2014, Nvidia has diversified its business, focusing on the three markets: gaming, automotive electronics, and mobile devices. On May 6, 2016, Nvidia unveiled the first GPUs of the GeForce 10 series, the GTX 1080 and 1070, based on the company's new Pascal microarchitecture. Nvidia claimed that both models outperformed its Maxwell-based Titan X model. The models incorporate GDDR5X and GDDR5 memory respectively, and use a 16nm manufacturing process. The architecture also supports a new hardware feature known as simultaneous multi-projection SMP, which is designed to improve the quality of multi-monitor and virtual reality rendering. Laptops that include these GPUs are sufficiently thin. As of late 2017, under 0.8 inches, 20 millimeters, have been designated as meeting Nvidia's Max-Q design standard. In July 2016, Nvidia agreed to a settlement for a false advertising lawsuit regarding its GTX 970 model, as the models were unable to use all of their advertised 4 GB of RAM due to limitations brought by the design of its hardware. In May 2017, Nvidia announced a partnership with Toyota, which will use Nvidia's Drive PX series artificial intelligence platform for its autonomous vehicles. In July 2017, Nvidia and Chinese research giant Baidu announced a far-reaching AI partnership that includes cloud computing, autonomous driving, consumer devices, and Baidu's open-source AI framework, open source AI framework Paddle. Baidu unveiled that NVIDIA's Drive PX2 AI will be the foundation of its autonomous vehicle platform. NVIDIA released the Titan V on December 7, 2017. NVIDIA officially released the NVIDIA Quadro GV100 on March 27, 2018. NVIDIA officially released the RTX 2080 GPUs in September 27, 2018. In 2018, Google announced that NVIDIA's Tesla P4 graphic cards would be integrated into Google Cloud Services Artificial Intelligence. In May 2018, on the NVIDIA user forum, a thread was started asking the company to update users when they would release web drivers for its cards installed on legacy Mac Pro machines up to mid-2015, 5.1 running on the Mac OS Mojave operating system 10.14. Web drivers are required to enable graphics acceleration and multiple display monitor capabilities of the GPU. On its Mojave Update Info website, Apple stated that the macOS Mojave would run on legacy machines with metal-compatible graphics cards and listed metal-compatible GPUs, including some manufactured by NVIDIA. However, this list did not include metal-compatible cards that currently work in macOS High Sierra using NVIDIA-developed web drivers. In September, NVIDIA responded, "Apple fully controlled drivers for macOS. But if Apple allows, our engineers are ready and eager to help Apple deliver with great drivers for macOS 10.14 Mojave." In October, NVIDIA followed this up with another public announcement. Apple fully controls drivers for macOS. Unfortunately, NVIDIA currently cannot release a driver unless it's approved by Apple, suggesting a possible rift between the two companies. By January 2019, with still no sign of the enabling web drivers, Apple Insider weighed into the controversy with a claim that Apple management doesn't want NVIDIA support in macOS. The following month, Apple Insider followed this up with another claim that NVIDIA support was abandoned because of relational issues in the past, and that Apple was developing its own GPU technology. Without Apple-approved NVIDIA web drivers, Apple users were faced with replacing their NVIDIA cards with competing supported brand, such as AMD Radeon from the list recommended by Apple. On March 11, 2019, NVIDIA announced a deal to buy Mellanox Technologies for $6.9 billion to substantially expand its footprint in the high-performance computing market. In May 2019, NVIDIA announced new Rtx Studio Laptops. The creators say that the new laptop is going to be 7 times faster than a top-end MacBook Pro with a Core i9 and AMD's Radeon Pro Vega 20 graphics in apps like Maya and Redline X Pro. In August 2019, NVIDIA announced Minecraft RTX, an official NVIDIA-developed patch for the game Minecraft, adding real-time DXR ray tracing exclusively to the Windows 10 version of the game. The whole game is, in NVIDIA's words, refit with path tracing, which dramatically affects the way light reflections and shadows work inside the engine. In May 2020, NVIDIA's top scientists developed an open-source ventilator in order to address the shortage resulting from the global coronavirus pandemic. On May 14, 2020, NVIDIA officially announced their Ampere GPU microarchitecture and the NVIDIA A100 GPU accelerator. In July 2020, it was reported that NVIDIA was in talks with SoftBank to buy ARM, a UK-based chip designer, for $32 billion. On September 1st, 2020, NVIDIA officially announced the GeForce 30 series based on the company's new Ampere microarchitecture. On September 13th, 2020, it was announced that NVIDIA would buy ARM holdings from SoftBank Group for $40 billion, subject to the usual scrutiny, with the latter retaining a 10% share of Nvidia. In October 2020, Nvidia announced its plan to build the most powerful computer in Cambridge, England. Named Cambridge 1, the computer will employ AI to support healthcare research with an expected completion by the end of 2020 at a cost of approximately 40 million euros. According to Jensen Huang, the Cambridge 1 supercomputer will serve as a hub of innovation for the UK and further the groundbreaking work being done by the nation's researchers in critical healthcare and drug discovery. Also in October 2020, along with the release of NVIDIA RTX A6000, NVIDIA announced it's retiring its workstation GPU brand Quadro, shifting product name to NVIDIA RTX for future products and the manufacturing to be NVIDIA Ampere architecture based. In August 2021, the proposed takeover of ARM Holdings was stalled after the UK's Competition and Markets Authority raised significant competition concerns. In October 2021, the European Commission opened a competition investigation into the takeover. The Commission stated that NVIDIA's acquisition could restrict competitors' access to ARM's products and provide NVIDIA with too much internal information on its competitors due to their deals with ARM. SoftBank, the parent company of ARM, and NVIDIA announced in early February 2022 that they had agreed not to move forward with the transaction because of significantly regulatory challenges. The investigation is set to end on March 15, 2022. That same month, NVIDIA was reportedly compromised by a cyber attack. The attack coincided with the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, though there was no indication that the attack came from Russia or Russian hackers. In March 2022, NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang mentioned that they are open to having Intel manufacture their chips in the future. This was the first time that the company mentioned that they would work together with Intel's upcoming foundry services. In April 2022, it was reported that NVIDIA planned to open a new research center in Yerevan, Armenia. And there's the history of NVIDIA. How did they become so popular? Well, I think when they started to help Microsoft with their Xbox and help Sony with the PlayStation 3, I think that is how they became very popular. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end off the video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like button and also don't forget to subscribe and get over there because I do videos every single day. And also don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell on my second channel. My second channel will be the third link in below. And if you guys would like to follow me on Instagram or send me fan art, you guys can send me fan art on my Instagram. My Instagram will be the second link in below. And if you guys like to join my Roblox fan group, my Roblox fan group will be the first link in below. And if you guys like to follow me on Twitter, my Twitter will be the fourth link in below. And if you guys like to follow me on Reddit, my Reddit will be the fifth link in below. And if you guys like to follow me on TikTok, my TikTok will be the sixth link in below. And if you guys like to check out my Facebook page will be the seventh link in below. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!